Hello everybody, Jean back with more Mars anomalies in another high-rise epic. Structures and debris east of Aesacus Dorsum on Mars. This will be part 1 of 2. And the photograph we're analyzing is called Knob with Apron and smaller knobs connected by Lineations. And I'll include the link below. HiRise acquired this photograph on the 1st of March 2012. At a resolution of 25 centimeters per pixel, and as usual I'm showing images are cropped from the JP2 black and white map projected file. This is one of the crops from the low-res JPEG. Just having a look at the really weird terrain and these strange circular depressions, and there's the lower part of the low-res image. Rather strange circular depressions. They don't quite look like craters. Maybe they're some sort of pits, or who knows, maybe even structures, but let's not go there. Okay, so this is located 36.58 degrees north, 167.46 degrees east. And it's very close to Tyndall crater, or that circular depression, where I did some previous videos and I discovered some more anomalies, which I'll show you towards the end of the video. So we're looking at this high-rise photograph located here, and unfortunately there is no CTX image for this area, so it does look pretty much the same as this terrain over here, rather smooth. So the first anomaly right there, you've got these two objects in the center of the screen, both measuring about 4 by 4 meters. This one's a bit longer at about 5 or 6 meters, but you've got another one of these strange sort of square objects with a flattened cylindrical feature or knob on the top. So a strange line running parallel with that dark spot there, and then this what looks like a type of a sleeve, maybe some type of wreckage, and then it's got a dark spot right there, the sort of a circular dark spot. And it's very similar to other anomalies I find together. Specifically these rectangular square objects, features in the centers, and then the strange sleeve-like object in the vicinity. Here's one from a high-rise photograph, ESP 026804 2185, in my video called Structures near Falegra Montes on Mars. So it's strange, but you find these two items together in a lot of these photographs. Then this strange rectangular object here in the center of the screen, measuring about 6 by 6 meters. And what makes it weird is these two straight pieces on the top, like a right angle there as well. And then this looks like top of a slot cut into this one side. So is this a type of little outpost or part of wreckage or a ruin? Check out the strange circular feature on the one side. Makes this loop. Looks like a type of a pipe perhaps, about 1 meter in diameter. One of these pyramidal objects. This one's about 10 by 10 meters, and what you've got here is 1, 2, 3, 4 sides coming up to an apex right there, so we can see two very perfect triangles there. And then this one seems to be indented somewhat, and there's a rounded corner there. So whatever happened to this object, it looks as if it's slightly eroded and damaged, but very much looks like a little pyramid to me, like a diamond shape. Here we've got another rectangular object. This is about 4 by 5 meters, and it does look as if it continues down there at a right angle. This could be another block, but due to the shadow it's difficult to tell. Otherwise it's a strange piece of metal plate that's bent into a right angle there. So they're speculating, and then there in the center we've got what looks like a hole, and next to it in the center line of this object we've got a oval dark spot. So some design to that. It's very similar to similar objects I've found. Here's one from that video, Structures near Montes on Mars, also showing a little bit longer type of anomaly. The straight edge, very similar, and then these dark features on the one side, similar to that. So I just thought I'd throw that in there. So there's lots of matching objects on Mars. So this one, I'm not sure if this is artificial or natural, but it did look rather weird. This is about 12 meters tall by about 10 meters or 8 meters wide. Got a rectangular slab or block here, and then on top strange mangled piece of debris. There is what looks like a hole cut into this block. There's some sort of layering going on here, and then we've got that weird slot and this one. We've got 2 pieces on either side, and then 3 sort of little spheres or domes. We're checking out these anomalies grouped together there, and this is about 10 by 4 meters. This one here is about 8 meters by 6 meters. Here we've got another rectangular object with a hole right there in the center, and then a triangular piece to the side. Looks as if those two may have joined together. Maybe there's some type of megalithic blocks. And this here too, don't know what to make of this. Also, that looks like a little winglet. Perfectly rounded, a nice defined edge. Maybe this is a wreckage of some type. And this piece here too, rather strange. This little triangular piece sticking out there, and then a square piece sticking out there. And we've got more, look like megalithic slabs or blocks, about 5 by 5 meters each. We've got straight edges and right angles, as well as circular holes drilled into those two, so check that out. Not unlike the blocks we find on Earth, some of the ancient ruins over here. So here we're checking out this strange chevron shaped object. Just check, it's about 8 by 8 meters, got a V cut into that one side, 90-degree angles to this, straight edges, and right there in the center we've got dark parts or anomalies, very similar to others I've found in the video, Ancient Wreckage and Structures East of Ready on Mars. And these were found in close proximity to one another, same sort of geometry and size. So check that out. We're checking out this sort of megalithic block or object there, which measures about 8 meters by 5 meters, and this looked rather weird to me. It's got smooth sides, but there's some type of maybe a V cut into that, and then 6 sides of a hexagon there, and then a hole right there in the center as well. So yeah, we're looking at this object, of which I've found similar looking objects. I haven't included any in this video. I just didn't have enough time to do the research to find those. So this is about 12 by 14 meters, this rounded piece, and it's got some sides to it, sort of like a diamond shape, and then in the center a flattened square object. So I'm not sure what that could be, some type of symbolism. And then it's got this piece at the back like a pedestal, the hole right there, part of some type of artwork maybe, or statue, who knows. So we're looking at this. Also found many of these. So this one measures about 12 meters long by about 4 meters across. A nice straight edge there, very bright smooth surface, and in the center we've got another one of these convex sort of cylinder parts that looks like circular hole that's been covered in sand and dust, part of some type of wreckage maybe. Now we're looking at I know that looks rather odd in the center, but this here towards the right caught my attention. There's another piece with a V cut into it. Now let's check out this rectangular object. It's about 12 meters across. It seems to consist of 2 layers. There's the one darker layer underneath there, the brighter one on top, straight edges, smooth surface, and then coming out of between the 2 plates or slabs, we've got this other piece that's been covered in sand and dust, so we can't really say what that could be. It looks as if there's 3 layers here, the top one, this one here, and then the bottom one over there. Okay, yeah, we're checking out those artifacts there to the top, and this is about 10 by 10 meters. You've got straight edges, right angle there. Now we've got a smaller dome, sphere, knob-like feature, and then arranged in a triangular pattern around it, we've got these 2 dots and that little pyramidal cone-like feature there. And then we're looking at anomaly over here to the left of this image, and this one's about 15 meters long by about 8 meters wide. Got another rounded piece here with this strange narrow piece sticking over the edge, and I'm not sure if it's joined to this somehow, but if you've checked some of my previous videos, you'd see found plenty of these objects already. And then this piece, it's a different type of color, makes me think and it's also raised above the surface. So there's two objects over here mangled together, this larger bright piece, and then this rather strange little winglet, maybe, who knows, and that looks like that could be a pipe. Another one of these slabs or blocks. This one's about 10 meters long, got a really straight edge, rounded corner, and a 90-degree angle over there, and then a dark spot in the center. And then another one of these anomalies, I'm not sure, but this could be either maybe some type of wreckage or makeshift outpost. This is about 15 to 20 meters across, and we've got two pieces to it, this larger piece over here to the right, and then on top of it the smaller piece here, and it seems to have an opening over there on the right. So I'm not sure what to make of this. Let me know in the comments below what you guys and girls make of these. I look forward to reading those. And then another, what looks like a smaller block here, the circular hole right there. So looking at these two objects, measuring about 6 by 6 meters, this one about 6 by 8. This looks like another square block, some strange knobs on it possibly, and then this piece here, slightly more eroded and damaged, so right angle there as well. Maybe these are kind of symbols or glyphs. Just can't tell, the resolution's a bit low to get that sort of detail. Then here, we're looking at this object to the top right. Never mind all these other megaliths with knobs on them. Check these out. But this block is about 6 by 6 by 6 meters. A nice rounded edge and a right angle over here. So a rounded edge there. Almost as if this side of it is like convex or dome shaped. This weird object with a dark spot or hole in the center. It measures about 8 meters in diameter, and the hole, I would say that's about 3 meters in diameter, with like a disc shape, partially buried. And then sticking out of the dark hole, we've got this smaller object there. And then to the one side, we've got two equally sized darker anomalies. Now we've got another square plate or slab. It measures about 6 by 6 meters. You've got straight edges running through there, smooth surface. It's covered in smaller parts. Yeah, it seems to be curving up there as well. This could be an opening with this piece bending over the opening. That continues on this side. And it's very similar to other square objects I've found in a video called Weird Square Structures, and more found in Ionia Terra. And these square slabs, or what could we call them? Plates, metal plates maybe even. Check, this one's lifted off the ground. Maybe these are a sort of a base for these smaller objects. So these are very similar in size, geometry and shape. In this L piece, another L piece, one of many that I've covered in the past. This one's about 6 by 5 meters. Got straight edges running through there with a 90-degree angle, and then this design on the one side with a hole right there in the one side. Now one of these sort of disc-shaped, hexagon-shaped objects. Now measures about 6 meters across. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 sides to it. And then on the one side we've got this cone or pyramidal knob-like feature, and it's very similar to others. This is just another example from Ancient Wreckage and Structures East of Ready on Mars, Part 1. Also have this sort of hexagon shaped object with the same sort of knob or feature, very similar in size. There's even some what looks like wreckage next to this one, and then another one of these very narrow thin pieces. This one's about 12 meters long. Looks like it could be another one of these slabs or a metal plate. Check at that very straight edge, and it's rounded down here, bent down perhaps down here. Very bright, smooth surface, partially covered in sand and dust. We're looking at this sort of chevron shaped object there. It's about 10 meters across by about 8 meters high, and it looks as if this may have been like a V shape or a triangle. This piece broke off on this side, so we've got straight edges going through there. It's also a very bright sort of metallic looking color. Another cube right there. This one's about let's see, 6 by 6 meters, and it's about 4 meters deep. A relatively smooth surface. You can see the one side of the block, and it looks as if it's slightly carved in. So rather strange. Another one of these pyramidal diamond shaped objects there. This one's about 10 by 4 meters. You can see straight lines in this. Maybe at a right angle. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 sides to it. Very similar to the one that I showed a bit earlier in this video. Same sort of material by the looks of it. Now we've got 3 objects you're going to check out. This one here, that one, and this one. Another rectangular metal plate here, or maybe a slab. Measures about 6 by 4 meters, and straight edges, rounded corner here, and then a hole right there. And then on either side of the center line you've got these 2 equally sized dark spots. Some type of symbolism maybe. And then this object over here, this looks like a piece of machinery perhaps. Maybe even wreckage. It's piece is about 9 meters long, and it's got this rounded side. But check out this strange edge going through here. It's partially lifted off the surface as well. And then, yeah, I'm not sure if this is an object over there that's casting a shadow, or is this possibly a hole? I'm checking out this obelisk-shaped artifact, which is about 10 meters long and about 3 meters wide. Looks as if it comes to point over here in the front. Got the straight piece, and then it comes to triangular point over here. A little dome-like feature or knob on it. Yeah, we've got more of these multiple layers. There's another block with knobs on it. There's another little one there. Another narrow rectangular object there. Here's another disc-like object with a knob or dome on it. So let's check out this one. That's about 12 meters by 10 meters. Got 2 pieces to it, and a hole right there in the center of this larger object. Maybe that's another hole there towards the one side. So I'm not sure what to make of this. Possibly natural, unnatural, but that hole right there in the center of this piece just says to me there might be something to it, with a V shape over there. Now we're looking at this rectangular object at the top center of this image. This is about 8 by 4 meters, smooth surface, straight edges, right angle there. Checking out this disc-like object with a knob, dome or sphere on it. This one's about 6 meters in diameter. Right there in the center we can see some circular parts casting that shadow, so it's right there in the center like so many others. Some other examples. And we go through to this area where I found these. Northern Hemisphere. And this is the photograph. Knob with apron and smaller knobs connected by lineations. Some of the anomalies we looked at. Let's briefly have a look at some of the others that I discovered in separate videos. These look like faces with the nose there, chin here, eye over here, the other one's covered. There's another one that looks like a face. Triangular face. There's the forehead, nose, chin, and the 2 eyes either side. Looks rather strange. Not that those are faces, but they do look rather strange. Check that out as well. So let's look at the last 2 areas briefly. Another megalithic block with some glyphs on it. And we've got a little sphere on top of this object. And we've got a broken square cube. Let's have a look at the topography of this area. Switch on the CTX mosaic, and let's get ourselves a nice elevation. It looks as if there's a ridge line running through here with lots of hills and mountains on this one side, and then this area here is quite flat, pretty featureless, no really huge geological features. Got some of these circular depressions over here. And then it's pretty flat terrain. See you all in the next video. Bye bye for now.